My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review of Transformers Rise of the Beast, and this review will have spoilers, so there's your warning. But I am not a fan of this franchise. I think the first two movies are entertaining enough, but they're still really bad. Transformers 3, I actually do like. I think the action set pieces in that movie are fantastic. Transformers 4 and 5 are unwatchable pieces of shit. And Bumblebee is a generic but a perfectly fine movie. So I'm not overly passionate about any one of these movies. I expected this movie would be terrible, and I've watched it now, and I can confirm it is indeed terrible. But let's begin on a positive note with what I like. And there's an element of the script I do like about the main character's contrast to Optimus Prime. He makes his decisions based off his relationship with his brother. So you got a sense of what motivates him. While Optimus is making decisions based on his position as leader for the Autobots. He's looking out for his people. And there's an element about what kind of sacrifices you have to make, what kind of leader you want to be, and just trying to do the right thing. And it's present in the movie. I just wish they leaned into that more. And there's like 5 minutes of the movie where they discover underground tunnels, and I love that kind of stuff. But everything else in this movie I hated. And let's begin with the direction by Steven Carpenter Jr. Now, he directed Creed 2, a movie that I like. But his direction here is just so flat, and it bums me out that these directors get one well-received movie and then they go instantly into generic blockbusters. And it's just, I wish you would stay with the smaller scale movies, because there's just nothing about his direction here that stands out. It's a very flat movie without any sense of personalities. The visual effects of the Transformers are nothing new. We've seen it done many times before, and many times better if you ask me. I think Michael Bay's movies have a better sense of weight, while here it all just feels empty. Just empty spectacle, a bunch of visual noise. And there's this moment where the two human characters are getting hunted in a museum, and it just reminded me of Spielberg's direction in Jurassic Park, where Tim and Lexi are in the kitchen getting hunted by velociraptors. And it's such a standout moment. And this movie had a chance to do something similar, but it's just so empty. And also the music by John Bontemps is really forgettable, unremarkable in every way. I missed Steve Jablonsky's score here. And the story is the most baffling part, because it is the exact same story as every other Transformers movie. There's some kind of artifact everyone's looking for, a MacGuffin, and there's a human who befriends a Transformer, and all the plot beats just feel very repetitive. There's nothing about this movie that feels new or fresh. And I also thought the fact that Noah always wanted to help was just, what are you going to do? You're human. You can do nothing against these giant aliens. It just always felt dumb whenever he wanted to be brave. It felt reckless, and he always got in more trouble, causing more issues and all that. So yeah, that didn't really work for me. And there's just so many characters in this movie, and not a single one is interesting. You've got these Transformers that are like owls and gorillas and all that, but they feel no different than anyone else. No one has any distinct personalities, and there are 2 times in this movie where a character dies and then comes back to life. happens with Bumblebee, and happens again with Mirage. Like, are you kidding me? One time, not a fan. 2 times, definitely not a fan. And then Noah gets this Autobot suit at the end of this movie, and he masters everything in like 5 seconds. It just takes me out entirely. Remember Iron Man? Well, like a good half of that movie is dedicated to him trying to learn how to fly properly and to get the hang of stuff. While here, he just feels like Mary Sue, a male Mary Sue. What's the name for that? I don't know, but that's what he feels like in the last act. He's just able to do everything with this suit like that, and it really gets rid of any bit of tension or thrills. The dialogue is also incredibly generic and predictable. Like, there's just a few moments where someone is talking, and I said the next line ahead of time. You can't win this all alone. And then I'd be like, I'm not alone. And then Optimus said, I'm not alone. It's just, that happened quite a few times. And then we get to the cast, and everyone's really bad. Anthony Ramos, I do not think is good here. He's just very flat, very forgettable, and he's no Shia LaBeouf, who had a lot more personality, but Anthony here just doesn't. Dominic Fishback, I think, is terrible. People loved her in Judas and the Black Messiah. They love her in this movie, and why? She is lifeless. She has no personality. So I didn't like her at all. Dean Scott Vasquez as Chris, the little brother. I didn't think he was good either. Peter Cullen does a fine job as Optimus. Ron Perlman, Peter Dinklage, Michelle Yeoh are kind of all forgettable. And Pete Davidson does have some personality, but he's still very annoying. So, yeah, like, I hated this movie. You know, there's a couple moments where I saw potential, but at the end of the day, it's just more of the same shit. There's nothing about this story that feels new or that we haven't been down this path 100 times already. I thought the direction was really flat and just lacked any bit of a real vision. The performances didn't work for me, and it's just an overlong, very boring movie. I'm giving Transformers Rise of the Beast a 2 out of 10. Okay, but have you seen Transformers Rise of the Beast? What did you think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin, out.